everybody, my name is Ryunn Eldred, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Slay the Princess. If you guys missed the last episode, you can find it in the index card up above, in which we got the bloated and piercing heart ending. We are going to be jumping back into it. This is our third, I guess, loop through the multiverse without our player character having any knowledge of what's going on, which is the best way to explain any of it. So, without having... Should I ask? Should I ask questions? That is what I should know.
Don't...
Okay.
Look, you're...
So we'll skip through...
Does it?
All the dialogue choices.
If only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
This is a new one.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
I think
like
I asked
said,
if
I
have to be
rules,
the one.
No matter how much I wish I did. Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I'm not. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, but maybe. But I'm not committing anything until I have a chance. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna be defiant.
No, you have to do it.
Turn around and leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave?
We're gonna see what happens if we choose not
going?
to participate in this. Fine, I'll go to the cabin. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies.
Okay, everybody could die. Everybody could die forever. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill somebody for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Okay, I'm not going to kill her.
Gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her.
Oh, God. Dude.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
And what do you know?
You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Yes, I do get this is fate. There's no fighting this, is there? I don't have to go into the cabin, don't I? Oh yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin.
You hear the glass breaking?
And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Just slightly. Ever
You've
so
doomed us all.
slightly.
You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The princess escaped. Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Oh, that'd be a pretty good thing.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
So it's the contrarian.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Alright. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it, I'm going to the cabin. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to you have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
So we're forced to go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Maybe so.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Let's keep an open mind.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths.
You can see in the
Material
bottom of the
devoid of feature.
floor that there's a crack
Perched
there
on
that
that table
reveals the emptiness.
Is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
It's fairly
No,
true.
we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with.
You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
A few more times.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Jesus Christ, dude, stop.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Which is true.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Alright, give me the option to go in.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
I mean, the wall outside was pretty
What you're
weird.
seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here
Alright,
has
so
a
everything
sickening,
is spiraling
almost
out of
sludge-like
control.
miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
He says that in every interaction, too.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
I like the
I
contrarian.
don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Yeah, probably.
We don't even have a weapon.
Nope, we don't.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
That we can die,
And what's that?
right?
That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh or the soft or the center staircase. That is a hard choice. One that I personally would be interested in exploring more. We'll go
You
neutral
step
ground.
onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Which is good.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
That sounds like internally very
And so you
exciting.
take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
I was like, are we back at the
You
cabin?
slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What?
Well, hello
What the
there.
hell was that? What happened to us?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
She seems very watery-eyed. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Oh, do you know why you're down here?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Okay, the whole room lit up.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
Nothing, because we never
Yes,
made it to
matters.
this part.
But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
So are we going to be able to
Whatever you
reveal
saw
every
last time,
version of her
unsee
then?
it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Well, yep, that's
I don't
that's
think we're
the
going to be able
piercing
to
heart.
put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Hi, Oos. Please lay down. No. Lay. Thank you.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
That's middle.
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
A little bit.
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
I do know what you're gonna do.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's
I see.
infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
We're just gonna continuously break her.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Princess. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. It
So you're gonna
doesn't
split her?
matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
Come on, Splinter. Splinter.
Oh, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
You're obviously
None
the
of them have
evil version
names.
of her.
How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
It's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
Yes!
Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I, which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Which is a true point.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
Which means I could splinter it one more
How do
time.
we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
But that wasn't the right option because that's what I did last time.
Just do something. Do
You just don't
anything.
remember.
Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse. Wait, that's not right.
I just did all of it.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Blank face, blank
You can feel
face, sad
yourself
face, blank face,
rupture.
happy
The
face.
room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
I think we
Is this
broke
what
the
the end of the
narrator.
world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Nope.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
It looks uncomfortable.
Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
No, they do.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
And the hands took her. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course, you're scared, but this is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Why is the voice? I've kind of come to
Don't
notice
look
the
at
voice
it.
of the
I
hero
don't like that thing.
has been very cowardly. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
You approach the mirror. Once again. Place them. Oh, you need to see what's. Ooh. The decay. You are withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
How many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me feel like you more. I don't know what that says. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. All seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. Matter. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think you.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is
Hi,
a shape
Oos.
they
Are
cannot
you
hold.
meowing for me, buddy?
They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them,
Hold on.
for they will finally get to know themselves.
Is my- I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
You sure know what you will want when we're finished? Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me. I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
I think it is dark and you die. Rich and Fire, bring the stranger to her. Okay, so here is where I'm getting a little bit of a confusion. So this save right here, the very first one where I saved before I made the game ending choice for the first episode, I only brought a fraction of that person to her. Because as it says here in the achievements, gosh darn it, Oos, no. I love you, buddy. But just stop, please. Go back down here. Bring enough of the prisoner to her. Which, does that mean I didn't bring the full prisoner essence or whatever to her? Because in this one and this one, I brought the full heart. She mentions collecting the hearts. This was a piercing heart. This was a conflicting heart. This was all of the rage in her, like, ability to want to kill me. And then this was every path I didn't choose, all conjoined into one, making a conflicting heart. So what do I want to do the next time I go through? This is like really freaking hard to decide because there's so many possibilities. Is it like if I go back through the prisoner arc, am I going to uncover a different ending and uncover a new heart piece and a version of myself that I could be? I don't know, and it's confusing because it's like, do I really want to sit there and do a whole other video making all the choices I made that first time to get back to that point? But I did a version where I did slay the princess, so I do personally believe I don't need to try to murder the princess anymore. Alright, I have a lot to think about before I jump into this next episode. I just wanted to test this arc of running away because, you know, the voices have made a very clear thing about, our actions had no consequences. Which, if we decide not to take the responsibility of what is being bestowed upon us, we realized it had a very damaging consequence, as it left a conflicting heart. So, in the next episode, we will explore where we'll go next with this. There's just so much to do. If you guys missed anything in Slay the Princess's playlist, you can find it. Why am I always yawn at my outro? So you can find it in the bottom left in-screen annotation. The other in-screen annotations will take you to playlists that are similar to this, whether it's visual novels or kind of analog horrors. Make sure to hit the bell icon to be notified when videos come out. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in the next episode. Toodaloo, everybody.